Shalom family, we're going to talk about Ezekiel 9, Revelation 7, and Revelation 13, and we're going to bring them all together, and we're going to talk about what the Hebrew scriptures talks about, and we're going to bring it from the scripture, and I'm going to bring it to modern times, what to expect. So this is going to be part 1 of a part 2 series. Let's talk about it. Ezekiel 9, ancient pattern and sealing the righteous, executing the rest. Ezekiel 9 and 4 through 6 and 9, 1 through 7. In Ezekiel 9, Yahuwah orders a man, set a mark, the Hebrew tav, on the foreheads of those who mourn over the abominations in Jerusalem. Those marked are spared, the rest are judged. The mark here is identifying sign of possession and protection by Yahuwah and separates the obedient, faithful from those participating in the abomination. The Hebrew precepts is the forehead equals the mind, consent, identity. A sign on the forehead marks those whose authority you accept. In Ezekiel, the sign precedes judgment, a separation and a divine protection on those belonging to Yahuwah. In Revelation 7, the final sealing of Yahuwah's servants, Revelation 7, 2 through 4, 7 and 3, and Revelation 7, 14, 1. Seal 144,000 imagery. John sees an angel having the seal of the living Elohim and told to seal the servants of Yahuwah in their foreheads before destruction is poured out. The sealing signals ownership by Yahuwah and protection during the coming judgments. The 144,000 language is symbolic of a purified, sealed remnant tied to the 12 tribes Hebrew imagery. That is the 12 tribes of Yasharel. The Hebrew precepts, the seal is not merely a token. It is a sign of covenant relationship. Torah written on the heart and the mind and the protection and divine ownership and judgment. It mirrors Ezekiel's pattern on a final global scale. Now Revelation 13, the mark of the beast and global control. The key verses are Revelation 13, 16 through 17, 14, chapter 9 through 11, and the Revelations 24 through 6. The beast causes all to receive a mark in the hand or the forehead. Without the mark, no man can buy or sell. The mark is tied to allegiance, worship of the beast, and carries eternal consequences. Revelation 14 warns that receiving the beast mark is a decisive act of worship, leading to the wine of Yahuwah's wrath. The Hebrew precepts is hand equal works, forehead equals consent and mind, and the beast mark is a dual commitment, belief and action that binds a person to a man-made system away from Yahuwah. Now, how these three passages interlock, pattern and climax. Ezekiel 9, early pattern, marked the faithful judgment on those doing abomination. Revelation 7, final sealing, a heavenly angel seals the servants of Yahuwah before end-time judgments. Revelation 13, the test, a global economical political system will require a mark of allegiance, the head or the forehead, to participate in commerce. Together, Yahuwah separates and protects, sealing his people, while a counterfeit system demands human allegiance. Mark. Both marks are visible metaphors for spiritual realities. Whose authority do you accept? Now, the modern day parallels, what to watch for. Well, we're going to look at how the scripture says it. Now, I don't know definitely the beast, but rather show how present system can prepare the world for the test described in Revelation. The economical control, and no man might buy or sell. Government programs, benefit systems, and emergency distributions, food aid, housing assistance, unemployment, SNAP, EBT show how centralized systems can condition dependence. A cashless economy, central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, or a single global payment. Rail could make participation dependent on digital credentials. This is a practical milieu in which a requirement to buy or sell could be enforced. Now, there was a Left Behind movie back in 1991 with Kirk Cameron. And that was the Left Behind one, and I think the next one was Tribulation, and I forgot what the last one was with Lou Gossett. But the one that I'm talking about is, I believe, is Tribulation Force 2, where it talks about two bankers were in control of the whole entire banking system, and they were in control of also all the food supplies. So what they said was they're going to starve the people that don't want to take the mark. So what they did was freeze all the bank accounts, and they stopped delivering food from all over the world and said, if you don't take the mark, you will starve. And that's exactly what was happening. A lot of people realized when they were not eating, they were like getting to desperation. And then they started taking the mark because they were just desperate and they were hungry. The babies were crying. It had gotten to the point where they didn't even care. And it's interesting, in this movie, they didn't have any of pretty much us. It was all the palm colored people. I digress. The digital identity surveillance access control, national digital ID programs, corporate data ecosystems, biometric databases, and platforms that gate commerce or communication create systems where access equal compliances. If access to essential goods and services becomes conditional on identifier tied to political ideological rules, that mirrors the market dynamic. Now listen, whenever you're trying to get a visa to leave another country, they have to take a scan of your eyes. They also take your fingerprints. They take a scan of your face. They do everything. And that's what the real ID is. They were trying to get everyone in the United States to get a real ID in order for them to even fly out. And if you get a visa and you go to any other country, you have to do a biometric. And now, as you notice, that they're pushing more of the DNA because they want your sample to put into a database to be able to track you and your family members. It's not for you to find your members because they're owned by the Ashkenazi Jews. So no matter what color you say you are, especially if you're melanated, it's always going to lead back to sub-Saharan African. It's never going to show you're indigenous to this land. And I'm telling you the truth because I did a swab of my own dog and it came back he was sub-Saharan African. Think about that. I digress again. Corporate and state alliance, the beast false prophet pattern. Large corporations integrated with government supply chain control, platform monopolies, the deplatforming social credit-like incentives can function like the revelation beast and a supporting power, centralized enforcement of conformity and punishment of dissent. The social coercion through scarcity and convenience. Remember, they will try to starve you for you to comply to what they want you to do. And what are they doing? They shut down the government and they say a group of people are not going to get anything until we get our demands. What's the demands? Everybody thinks it's the Democrats fighting against the Republicans. You're going to have to look past that mirror and see what's behind the curtain, because it's something much deeper to get you in so much desperation that you will do anything to be able to get what you want. And they want to be able to lock you up where they can say what you can do, what you can have, and can control you. And you're just falling right into it, people. And the information warfare and spiritual confusion, messaging that redefines truth, pressure churches to conform, or marginalize the Torah-keeping remnant creates a culture incentive to blend in rather than stand apart. So when the COVID happened, what happened? They said the first thing to do is shut down the churches, and the churches complied. All the pastors complied. Now, the church I had went to did not comply. We kept our church open, and we didn't have any problems, but people didn't come. That was interesting. Mostly just the leaders were there, but the regular congregation didn't even come. So a lot of online services were happening. So when the church is going to comply because they're getting that tax-free money as well. And the warfare spiritual confusion, messaging that redefines truth. Now, the technological political tools exist today that could enforce and mark as practical requirement. The spiritual choice remains: will people give intellectual and practical allegiance to man rather than Yahuwah? This is part 1.